Hi, so this is my press. First sensor I have on it is the Hall sensor to detect the sprocket. That should be on an interrupt on the Arduino. That's the main thing, that if a jam occurs on the press, that sprocket stops turning and that'll send an error code. It's connected to the Arduino, and then the Arduino will ultimately go to a relay that'll hook into my power box to cut the power and stop the press. So the sensors I'm putting on it is that one to detect that if there's any mechanical issues. On the first station of bullet processing, you have a bullet. It's got the primer, the silver part, that'll go on there. This station here has a push pin. That pin, when the press goes down, will pop out and push that silver out down through a hole, down through the tube, falls down, collects into a container. I'd like to have some kind of an optical sensor. I don't know if we put it in the tube or somehow put it in here to read the falling primer. They're not that big. On occasion, they don't punch out all the way and it stays in there, and that can cause problems. So I'm looking for some kind of a sensor to add there. I'm open to suggestions. On the press itself, I put this switch on here just to detect when the press is up and when it's down. I was thinking that when the press is down, then the capacitance sensor should be looking for a bullet in that area. When the press is down, bullet goes in, pushes up the brass, and sends a signal to the Arduino. There's also a primer sensor. This switch here gets activated if the primer supply is low. And all these sensors need to be read to an error state. I've used a small screen in the past, but if there's a larger touch screen, I'm open to suggestions on that. That's the main points in a nutshell. I'd like to know more about coding for the Android app and how I can. I don't do the whole bullet making at one time. I do it in two sections. So sometimes the sensors are important at one time. At the beginning, the primer drop might be important, and then next time I batch construct the bullets and I'm doing the powder and the bullet seeding and the bullet check, maybe this primer isn't important. So maybe a couple of buttons to choose which part of the program I want to run. Hopefully this is helpful and not causing more questions. I know we'll need to talk more, but here's the capacitance sensor that we were talking about. So if a bullet is on the tip, it goes up in there and it'll be detected, and that sends a signal. And on the Arduino, I'm testing it here, so it's on, bullet is present, tool head is up because that switch is up. That's the tool head switch. So I pull the bullet down, no bullet, no bullet. I'm going to push it up in there again. Bullet is present. That's it there. And I was thinking this sensor could be used to also as a counter for how many bullets I've made. So this switch here going down, tool head is up, tool head is down, and release it up and down. I thought it would be necessary to know when the tool head was down all the way. That's the time this sensor should be looking for a bullet when it's down, when it's all the way down. So the tool head switch is activated, says it's down all the way. This should be checking for a bullet, and if one is not present, somehow when the press comes back up, if it hasn't seen a bullet, the power should be cut. Otherwise it'll fall out without a bullet with the gunpowder in there. So that's kind of a get us started. Let me know what questions you have. I look forward to talking to you.